pickup there. And now, Bulldogs in business.
And the touch on that pass to the far side, as you mentioned, to Rowan Wells, a tall receiver, but still keeping that ball and looping it over the defenders and letting Wells be the only one that could go up and catch that ball and run away from the defense was excellently done. Maybe there is a little Diego coming in Cruz. No, Cruz, you're your own guy, buddy.
Now it's 1st and 10, no matter what the sticks say. Tello turns, goes back to his right, fires across the middle. He's got him again. It's caught, and he's into the end zone. It's Rowan Wells for 6, and the Bowie Bulldogs in short order extend this lead. They are now up 25-0, just 23 seconds to go. 17-yard pickup on the pitch and catch from Cruz Tello to Rowan Wells, and it looks like we may have a flag on the play.
I'm not sure. It seems like people are walking back.
Yep, I see a flag right there at the 22-yard line. Or maybe that doesn't look yellow.
Yeah, it is a flag.
It's something.
This is interesting. Great
Just
play call.
Hold, yep, hold to push him back, and this probably pushes them out of field goal range too. But now with 23 seconds to go, still 2 timeouts, still plenty of time. But when you thought you had a touchdown,
you still have the field goal opportunity. No, okay.
Well, now, hold on.
Now what are we doing here?
Was it a hold down the field?
I have no idea, my friend.
And the sticks are still okay. It's 1st down.
I'm confused.
10.
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
And it was a 17-yard.
Oh, maybe the play hadn't started yet. Is the only thing I can think of.
And now a quick pitch out into the flat, and that ball is on the ground.
I think
it looks like Del Valle thinks they have it.
I think they do.
Quick pitch and catch to Joe Delmark, and he wasn't able to hold on to the ball. And from 25-0 going into halftime, now you fumble the ball away. Just with 10.7 seconds left, you'd think that Del Valle will probably kneel it and go to half, but just unfortunate not to be able to hold on to that opportunity to score here. Still in good position at 19-0, but certainly a break for Del Valle.
So the play must not have started on the referee's whistle.
Got it.
But the referee was the one who threw the flag. Picks it up, runs 1st down over again.
From the same spot.
Okay.
And now 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. We'll see what the Cardinals try to do here. They'll keep it on the ground, and even if they wanted to run the play, I don't think they would have time to. So that'll end our first half. We've got 2 touchdowns. We've got a safety, and we have a field goal to make it 19-0. But we do have a timeout. The clock stopped.
I'm not sure why the clock stopped on a run play, Jack, because that would mean that Bowie would have had to call the timeout.
I still see 2 timeouts. And it's an official timeout, it looks like.
Yes, sir. He made a nice little move that I used to do back in the breakdance days, where you kind of go down like this with both arms. This has to be the half. Okay.
Okay. We'll set it down.
Thank you.
0.1 seconds, no time down. Let's run another play. But no, we are into halftime. There's zeros on the scoreboard. Second quarter is over. The score is 19-0. Bowie able to pick up a couple second quarter scores alongside some funkiness. It was originally, we had a 5-0 score at one point, but the Bulldogs in the driver's seat. Del Valle will get the ball to start the half, but we are about to get ready to send it down to the bands. But before we go ahead and do that, we just come and get our thoughts from the first half. Something that really jumped out to me. It seems like all the Cruz Tello's best throws came in the second quarter.
Well, I think Cruz Tello is growing as the season progresses.
Yes,
and you know, it takes a little time. He has definitely, I think, guarded the ball, even though there was an interception there towards the end of the first quarter. Excellent recovery. Truly, it could have been 3 touchdown passes, which means that Cruz Tello is certainly one getting his legs up under him, running the ball, getting good yardage, finding multiple receivers, including the running backs out of the backfield.
Like we saw in the first quarter, the offense did struggle to move the ball, but as the second quarter got underway and the game continued, some of those throws got out a little sooner. They were on target a little more. They were further down the field. He started to run the ball, move the ball with his legs. So I feel like like you said, just as time progresses, the more reps that he gets, the more the game slows down. And once he makes a mistake, like we saw on that one out route right before he was able to get it into the end zone, it was a little late, it was a little behind, but then on the next play, he got it right in there right on time. He's learning from his mistakes. He's learning on the fly. He's making the right reads and decisions, and now is a big reason why his team is up 19-0 here with his play there in the second quarter.
Secret sauce to anything is confidence.
Absolutely.
And Cruz Tello has got that.
And a junior quarterback, I mean, you cannot underrate confidence enough. The moment you start to get rattled back there, it feels like the sky is falling all around you.
We don't need that Chicken Little.
But I mean, this is a Del Valle team that's really struggled to move the ball. I don't think you can say too much more about the defense.
Correct.
Forcing a turnover. Not really. I mean, the biggest play that they were able to get was a scamper on a fake punt. But otherwise, it's a good night. It's a good night to be a Bowie Bulldog, as they're up 19-0. But they've struggled to close out games, and we'll have more thoughts on that after this. But we're going to go ahead and now send it down to a break and then out to our bands here. You are listening to Bowie Bulldogs football on Vype, and we will be back in just a moment.
Jersey Mike's. We take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
The Silver Stars are under the direction of Miss Leanne Bonowski and Mrs. Alyssa Paramsky. Spirit Girl of the Week is Amory Erickson. Silver Star of the Week is Shaylee Fielding. And now, for your halftime entertainment, the Silver Stars will perform their streamer jazz routine to We Got the Beat. Ladies and gentlemen, the James Bowie Silver Stars. The Silver Stars would like to thank a few of our dinner's platinum sponsors. Thank you to Let Kelly, VCA, Veterinary Centers of America, and Wealthy Soul. Please join me in welcoming to the field the award-winning and nationally acclaimed James Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble.
The heart is at the ready.
The Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble is under the field direction of drum majors Catherine Leone, Olivia Hernandez, and Sophie Thallander. Tonight, we will be featuring our 2023 marching production entitled The Shapes of My Heart. We will be performing 2 movements of our show. The musical selections will include original music by Kevin Shaw and
McLean Family Dental is a proud supporter of Bowie football. Locally owned and operated by Dr. Deidre and Dr. James McLean. We are so excited to be celebrating over 10 years of providing compassionate, conservative, and comprehensive dental care for patients of all ages in Circle C, Shady Hollow, and Southwest Austin. From your friends and neighbors at McLean Family Dental, go Dogs!
The Bowie Band is under the direction of Jennifer Hanford, Tyler Jacks, Joshua Bailly, Reed Paxton, and Daniel Riley. The section of the week is the Sousaphones. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to this program. The Bowie Band loves our...
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. In fact, in just our area alone, the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation has granted more than $343,000 to local first responder heroes. That's why at Firehouse Subs they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. And their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. With Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go, it's never been easier to grab subs to go for you or your whole crew. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app, and they'll have your sub boxed, bagged, and ready to be picked up at our designated to-go areas. No line, no waiting. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
McLean Family Dental is a proud supporter of Bowie football. Locally owned and operated by Dr. Deidre and Dr. James McLean, we are so excited to be celebrating over 10 years of providing compassionate, conservative, and comprehensive dental care for patients of all ages in Circle C, Shady Hollow, and Southwest Austin. From your friends and neighbors at McLean Family Dental, go Dogs!
Looking for the best brunch, lunch, dinner, or happy hour spot? Look no further than your neighborhood Waterloo Ice House. With 4 locations across Austin, we've been serving up cold drinks and made-from-scratch food for locals, newcomers, and families alike since 1976. Get a taste of original Austin with great food and good vibes. With our patios, playscapes, big screens, daily specials, breakfast all day, and more, we've got something for everyone. See locations, menus, and more at WaterlooIcehouse.com. Waterloo Ice House, where neighbors become friends.
At the Armstrong Community Music School, we teach, explore, perform, and celebrate music by offering lessons and classes for all ages and skill levels. We've been proudly serving the Austin community for over 23 years. To learn more, visit acmsaustin.org or call 512-474-2331. We value you and your joyful lifelong journey of creative expression.
Womack Real Estate is a full-service real estate brokerage located in the heart of Southwest Austin. We are here to serve the Austin area community. We help buyers, sellers, and investors with all their real estate needs. We're a diverse and dynamic company of professional and experienced real estate agents that bring hospitality to the real estate process to make it a smooth, enjoyable experience. We work with each client individually, taking the time to understand their unique lifestyles, needs, and wishes. We will be a committed ally to negotiate on your behalf and with the backing of a trusted company. Get in touch with us today. Find us at WomacRealEstate.com.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys. Hey football fans, ready to tackle a winning smile? Dr. Brian St. Louis has been creating awesome smiles just down the street at Central Texas Orthodontics since 2008. Located a half-mile east of Bowie High School at 3413 West Slaughter Lane, his experienced team knows how important a confident smile is on and off the field. Dr. St. Louis offers the latest option in orthodontic technology, including Invisalign, allowing you to straighten your smile without getting sidelined. So, whether you're throwing touchdowns or cheering from the stands, let him help you score big with a winning smile. Book your appointment now with Dr. St. Louis at Central Texas Orthodontics and get a game-changing smile. Call or text at 512-292-1910. You can also find more information at ctorthodontics.com.
Most injury attorneys these days are characters, all promising to get you a big check easily and quickly. The truth is, when handled well, an injury case is not easy and they take time. You shouldn't pick an attorney because of their gimmicks. You should pick an attorney because they have experience and resources to get you and your family the best outcome. A serious injury requires a serious attorney. At the Carlson Law Firm, we're not characters, we're attorneys with character.
CarlsonAttorneys.com. We care, we can help.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders all across the country. This year, contributions from Firehouse Subs and their suppliers will total a minimum of $1 million to support first responders via the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation has awarded over 300 grants worth more than $4.3 million to public safety organizations all across the great state of Texas. In the greater Austin area alone, more than $343,000 has been granted to local public safety organizations, including Travis County Emergency Services, Williamson County Sheriff's Office, and ACC's Police Department. Founded by brothers and former firefighters Chris Sorensen and Robin Sorensen, Firehouse Subs is the real deal. They know firefighters crave delicious food and a lot of it, so they've made sure every sub at Firehouse Subs is piled high with freshly sliced meat and delicious cheeses. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Nance Orthodontics is the premier office for your entire family's orthodontics needs. At Nance Orthodontics, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality dentistry in a fun and modern environment. We provide digital scan and x-rays for smile assessment, and because the AAO recommends seeing an orthodontist as early as age 7, we offer complimentary consultation for children and adults. Dr. Nance is an American Board of Orthodontics certified orthodontist, a Platinum Plus Invisalign provider, and we offer metal and clear braces as well. Located in the heart of Austin on South Lamar, Nance Orthodontics serves the surrounding neighborhoods of South Austin. Please visit nanceorthodontics.com for more details.
Looking for the best brunch, lunch, dinner, or happy hour spot? Look no further than your neighborhood Waterloo Ice House. With 4 locations across Austin, we've been serving up cold drinks and made-from-scratch food for locals, newcomers, and families alike since 1976. Get a taste of original Austin with great food and good vibes. With our patios, playscapes, big screens, daily specials, breakfast all day, and more, we've got something for everyone. See locations, menus, and more at WaterlooIcehouse.com. Waterloo Ice House, where neighbors become friends.
Womack Real Estate is a full-service real estate brokerage located in the heart of Southwest Austin. We're here to serve the Austin area community. We help buyers, sellers, and investors with all their real estate needs. We're a diverse and dynamic company of professional and experienced real estate agents that bring hospitality to the real estate process to make it a smooth, enjoyable experience. We work with each client individually, taking the time to understand their unique lifestyles, needs, and wishes. We'll be a committed ally to negotiate on your behalf and with the backing of a trusted company. Get in touch with us today. Find us at WomacRealEstate.com.
At the Armstrong Community Music School, we teach, explore, perform, and celebrate music by offering lessons and classes for all ages and skill levels. We've been proudly serving the Austin community for over 23 years. To learn more, visit acmsaustin.org or call 512-474-2331. We value you and your joyful lifelong journey of creative expression.
In here at halftime, just about 4.5 minutes before we get underway for our second half. Both teams back out on the field getting ready to rush the field. We want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. You're listening to Bowie Bulldogs football on Vype, powered by Robinson Creek Healthcare and Hospice. My name is Jack Farrell. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, my partner in crime here, Steve Foster, our on-site producer, Matt Lorenz, and Skylar Gillespie, our QA, back in the studio. Yes, round of applause for all of the people that really do the hard work, getting the broadcast on air, producing, running camera, doing all sorts of that stuff. But it's been a good game if you're a Bulldogs fan, 19-0. And now it's all about this second half where Bowie at times has struggled to close throughout the season. So it'll be a big half for them. Can't let the foot off the gas yet, but a nice, healthy 19-0 lead here. Just 4 minutes before we get back out onto the field.
Well, Bowie's on pace to score more points than the first two opponents that Del Valle faced. Scored 30 and 31 against this Cardinals defense. And I think you're seeing and watching Cruz Tello take command of the offense. I think a lot of receivers getting into the action and being playmakers. You've got 2 additional running backs as well as Tello, who can keep the ball. And the defense has been consistent all season, even though there's 2 games in which Bowie came up short. The defensive effort has been there for the last 6 quarters.
Absolutely. The defense has been there, especially during these last 2 quarters as well. Just pitching a shutout here in this first half. The defense is lighting things up for the Bowie Bulldogs. And, of course, tonight we know it's the district opener, getting to play on the road here against Del Valle. Going on the road, trying to take out your first district opponent, always going to be a challenge, and it looks like a challenge that the Bulldogs have been up to so far tonight, but how about some of the other schools around the area? Everybody playing a district contest tonight here, except for Dripping Springs, who is getting their bye week out of the way pretty early. So they are off, of course, with 9 teams playing in the district. 1 team is going to be left out. And this year, that will be Dripping Springs for week 1. But looking around some of the other scores, obviously 19-0 here. Lake Travis playing at home against Buda Johnson. They are taking care of business. They lead it at half 24-10. All these games in halftime. Austin and Anderson, that'll be your best game to go so far. Looks like Anderson has the ball, and they're driving here early in the third quarter, but it is 7-7 as it stands at the moment. And of course, the other game in district play, Aiken's doing their best to keep it close against Westlake, but they're not doing a great job. It's 44-0 there at halftime. But now you see Del Valle storming out through the tunnel, back out onto the field. The Bulldogs running through the dog head here in just a moment, and we will be ready for half number 2. What are you looking for in half number 2? What do you think the game plan for the Bulldogs is? Of course, Del Valle will be starting with possession here in the third quarter.
Well, look to see if the defense can get off the field quickly, get the ball back in the hands of Cruz Tello and the offense, and then continue to make progress, as you mentioned, Jack, as Cruz Tello getting his varsity football game on, and you know, the timing, the reads on the field, things of that nature. He's making progress. This is the district games that you want to show up in. I remember my senior year, and this is Cruz Tello's junior year. We didn't win one non-district game. Didn't matter. Still won district, by district, got to go to area, do all that. And so when they count, you need to be available, and you need to then start making your move. And right now, you see that from the Bowie Bulldogs. You've seen it from the defense for several quarters. The special teams doing well. We have also seen takeaways, I think, in every game, if I'm not mistaken, by the Bulldog defense. So I shouldn't say the last 6 quarters. I should say the 8 to 10 quarters. You know, I try to be a little stingy. But the offense is now coming to support that Bowie Bulldog defense that has been extremely consistent early here in the 23 football season.
Del Valle is winning the turnover margin 2-1, however, with a fumble there right at the end of the half before Bulldogs were able to put a final score up on the board. So Del Valle going to try and make some adjustments there at halftime on this offense that's really just struggled mightily as the kick is away. Donovan Douglas going to return it up the right sideline. Makes one defender miss, bounces off a couple tacklers up across the 30-yard line. That's another return for him today that hadn't been bad. Has gotten his Del Valle team some pretty darn good field position up across the 30-yard line, and that is where they will set up to start this second half to try and get something going. And as much as it has felt like a completely one-sided football game, still only 19-0. You score here, you still have a lot of game ahead of you if you're Del Valle, so really time for Bowie to buckle down and try and put a kibosh on this Del Valle offense before they can get going here in the third quarter to get some momentum going to try and hold on for this first district win. But we are underway here in the second half. Man in motion out on the right side, and it looks like Ardoin's just going to try and keep it himself, and he is stuck. A big hit there by Reagan Cooper along with a lot of other Bulldogs.
Oh, one thing, Jack, that I would note is the Bowie defense is not concerned about the arm of Ardoin, and that makes this Del Valle offense one-dimensional. Even if the quarterback does keep, there's really no threat of the ball being thrown downfield, because we saw that on the first possession by Del Valle, there was an interception. So right now, you've got to get a big push on the offensive line if you're Del Valle.
Short gain there on first down, brings up 2nd and 8. Ardoin takes the snap, and he'll just hand it right back off up the middle. This will be a positive gain. Look like Nick Beavers getting in there on the stop. Another good defensive play here by this Bowie front. Now that brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd and 7.
So, you can try to scheme and get a couple of routes, a quick out and then a down and out. So one at 5, maybe one at 12, and see if you can have a rolling quarterback buy some time and find one of these receivers, because the rush has been in the face of Ardoin, and he hasn't had time to really set his feet and throw the ball downfield.
And we talked about the learning curve that Tello sort of had to go through. As here's the snap, throwing on the right side, and that ball is complete in the face of pressure. That'll be enough for a first down. Moving the ball up across the field, number 4, Noah Creighton there on the catch. Nice play by Ardoin with the defense coming in hot. He took a hit after that play, but we saw Cruz Tello, struggle with it out of the gate. It takes some time for you to adjust and develop. This quarterback here, Nasir Ardoin, also just a junior, so the same learning curve applies where you're seeing the same sort of rookie freshman type of mistakes that you can see. But now, back out in motion. That's Jordan. Ardoin going to keep it on the ground. Tried to make a couple people miss, but he's going to be stacked up and thrown back for a loss of a couple here on first down. Looked like he lost his helmet, so Ardoin going to have to come out of the game for at least a play. We'll see what they do without a quarterback. It looks like they're going to go to their backup that we saw a little bit there in the first half, Leon Grodelushin.
I'd bring the house. I would not make it comfortable, even for one play right now, Jack.
And you have the distance to do it. It's second down and long here. Here's the snap. He rolls out to his right, looking, and he's just going to be brought down in the backfield. A couple different Bulldogs were in on that play. Reagan Cooper was in along with Sean Doherty, and that will bring up fourth and long? Third, okay, yes. The Sticks are having some issues here tonight, but that'll be third down and extremely long, more than 10, as they bring, they're going to leave the backup quarterback in on the field here.
Seems like the starter getting some trainer help.
And it looks like it's on his throwing hand.
And you'd have to burn a timeout if you wanted to bring him back in at this point.
Clock continues to wind. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to get this off. And the clock hits 0. We'll see if Del Valle it looks like they're going to call a timeout with the reaction from the coaching staff. They're going to have to burn a timeout here to get their quarterback back into the game. It'll be third down and about 21.
So I don't understand, because it looked like the offensive guys on this near sideline for Del Valle were upset. So I'm thinking they wanted the quarterback to snap the ball. Now you put in a quarterback after you have to take a timeout. It's still third and 21. And even if you get positive yards, it's a safe bet to say that you're not going to pick up 21 yards on this next play, which is still going to put you in fourth down, which means you burned a timeout, and you're still probably going to have to kick this ball away. That's a tough road to hoe. And I'm not sure what's going on.
In the grand scheme of things.
Okay, here we go. Play clock stop.
Third and 21 or third and 26. But here's Ardoin. He'll take it to the air. He's got his receiver over on the left side. It's Meeks. Going to try and get him running downhill. And they do a little bit. He gets to the 39-yard line, but that won't even be back to the original line of scrimmage. And on comes the Del Valle punt team.
Good play. A wide receiver screen to the far side. And what I don't like about a wide receiver screen is you bring a guy who stays out on the edge and you bring him into the middle of the field where all the defenders are. And you're asking him to zigzag around 8 guys almost to pick up 20 yards. And he's going to get blown up. And right there, a modest gain. I'm taking your words there, Jack, on third down.
Now on is the punt team. Velasquez sends it away. Martinez is going to let it bounce, and he'll let it bounce to him, and he's going to try and take it. He's by the first wave of defenders, and he'll be ushered out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So some solid field position on the first drive of the game for the for the Bowie Bulldogs as the clock continues to wind, which is not what's supposed to happen. We are now down under 8 minutes. Does nobody stop the right? I mean, the clock should be stopped right now. It might.
Well, sometimes they do the running clock. I'm not sure if that's what.
It's too close of a game, I would think. Running clock is.
I don't know what the decision is between the head coaches.
I've seen 40-point games in the fourth quarter not go to a running clock.
But only because of decision. Now it looks like the line
Do we realize
judge,
that the issue?
and they may reset the clock based on the fact that now the actual game time is on the field. It is held by the official, not the person running the clock up here in the press box with us.
We could have a full minute or so being added on right now.
And they are pointing to the clock to reset it. And I'm not sure what that was, what numbers that is. I can't hear what the white cap said, but he's looking for different numbers besides 7 minutes and 28 seconds in the third.
Either way, Del Valle, or 7:50. It sounds like 7:50 is what we're hearing here in the press box, but either way, clock was definitely above 8 once the ball was punted. So either Del Valle is going to be a few minutes short if they try to mount a comeback. Certainly okay with the Bulldogs if you want to run a few extra seconds off the clock here or there. As here's the first play of the drive, and it's a handoff right up the middle to number 22, Joe Delmark. He'll be stacked up after a gain of about 1.5 yards. We have second and long here for the Bulldogs.
Well, some of this is clock management. You do want the clock to run off. You can pound at Del Valle. Again, their quarterbacks do not give you a threat downfield, and your defensive front 6 to 7 has been playing excellent.
Second and long now for the Bulldogs. High snap. Play action. Tello looking for a man downfield. Doesn't have anyone and just tries to find it to his running back. Sort of threw it away. It was a tough completion opportunity there. That brings up 3rd down and 9. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
Well, what made it difficult, too, is you have a right-handed quarterback running opposite way, coming near side to us. You have to square your body around to push off that back foot to then, it's kind of like fielding a ball on the one side of second and having to wheel around and plant the throw back to first. If you don't do that, you get nothing on the football, which may lead to an interception.
Now, we'll see what the Bulldogs dial up on 3rd and 9. Tello back to pass, throwing over the middle and just out of the reach of Rowan Wells. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the punt unit will come on for Bowie.
Well, Matthew Martinez was mid-range. He was short of the 1st down, but he was wide open coming from left to right. And you just got to get the ball in your playmaker's hands. I understand throwing the ball past the sticks right there by Cruz Tello, but survey the field because you have playmakers that can break a tackle on this Del Valle defense and get upfield if you are Bowie.
This one's blocked. Pressure in from Del Valle. Able to come in, and look who it is again. It's number 26, Coleman Patman, excuse me. Coach's kid making the nice play to set up Del Valle with a short field. Jacob Pulido back there for Bowie. Couldn't get the ball away in time. A nice pressure from Del Valle. And now it'll be Cardinal ball inside the Bulldog 30 at the 27.
Well, a great rush up the middle by Del Valle there.
Straight up the middle.
And just blasted the punter.
So let's see what the Cardinals can do with the short field. Ardoin taking the field. He's got A.J. Davis lined up next to him. 2 receivers to your left. One of them coming in motion. That's Donovan Douglas. He looks over the middle, fires, and overthrew. Couldn't tell exactly who that was thrown to. There were a couple guys bursting down the seam. I believe it was intended for Willie Ingram, but it looked like he had Joel Jordan coming up as well.
Well, there were a couple of receivers streaking down, just kind of running go routes, streak, whatever you want to call it, right down the middle of the field. Now it seems like we're going to get a switch of quarterback, and are they going to let the new signal caller come in, number 15, as we had mentioned, who's not supposed to play, Leon Grotushin? No.
He got a handoff up the middle. That's A.J. Davis.
Not going to let him throw the ball.
Not looking for Ardoin here on the sideline. Looks like he might have cramped up there as they're working on his leg over there.
Right.
See him down on the sideline.
He's got a hand issue. He was taped up last series. Now trying to get the cramp out. I tell you, we had mentioned to the listeners and viewers about getting under 100 degrees. That doesn't mean that the turf and the players are experiencing 99. We're in an air-conditioned press box.
And it is dark outside. It's 9:17. It is still warm. Here's the play on third down, and it looks like we will have it blown dead before the play starts, a procedural penalty. It is still in the mid-90s here in Del Valle, Texas, just southeast of Austin.
And turf is going to be hotter than where we are, or the air temperature. It's just the way that surface of field turf is made.
It's rubber.
Rubber
pellets.
Right. It absorbs heat.
And those black cleats, I can tell you, it doesn't feel great.
Well, it's 3rd now and 12 from the 29.
Ardoin back out there.
Interesting how Bowie will play this.
So after the punt block, Bowie sending some pressure, a throw off to the right side, and that is complete, but not much doing there. A nice play by number 8, Braylon Thomas, for your Bulldogs. In on the catch was Travis Hughes.
Do you punt? I mean, field goal here? Or do you? No, looks like the quarterback.
Lost yards on the play.
They did. So it would have been a 47-yard field goal from the 30. It's 4th and 13. So, Jack, we're rolling the dice.
Might have to go for it. And maybe you're thinking, what does 3 really get us at this point? We are about 17 minutes left of clock time in the ball game. But here on 4th and long, moving in motion is Davis. So it'll be an empty backfield. And Ardoin faces the pressure, and he didn't have a chance. Right up the middle. Wyatt Barnes unimpeded to the quarterback. And that is a turnover on downs for Del Valle. The Bowie Bulldog defense just absolutely stifling.
Well, Wyatt Barnes, I tell you, as good as his brother carried the football, Wyatt Barnes with an open field tackle on 4th down and long sucks up the junior quarterback Nasir Ardoin, and just.
And they weren't doing too much. They didn't send the house or anything. That was just good old-fashioned.
Yeah,
like you said. Pressure on the quarterback. High snap, anybody's ball, and able to recover it is Bowie and Joe Delmark, and he's going to nearly get back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be a loss of 2. The ball is out, but they are going to rule that he was down. The line judge is ruling that he was down. Would have been his 2nd of the game, but fortunately they will be able to retain possession, and the clock will continue to wind here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the center has to help out the quarterback, and you just have to, you have to feel that touch. And again, that's why you take all the snaps. You see him on the sidelines. Whether you're under center, the traditional way or in the shotgun position, you got to ensure that the snap is good before you block.
Tello with possession now. He's going to keep the ball, and he's slung down by the neck. We'll see what, if any, a flag comes in from
finally, and that could be a huge injury. Even if it's not the face mask, that's a horse collar when you sling the rusher down like that. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it may have been seen best from behind the defense, but we'll wait for the call.
I do find it interesting that the side judge or the line judge didn't do it, but the back judge came in late and threw the ball, threw the flag, but they will get the face mask, and it will be a 15-yard penalty on the late flag. So a break there for the Bulldogs, as it looked like that the flag was almost swallowed.
So I'll say this. Thank goodness somebody on the crew called the penalty. And again, they look at different areas, but usually the referee is watching the quarterback, even when the quarterback takes off, because he also looks for the holding in the backfield as well. Nonetheless, a good call by the crew.
1st and 10 now on the Cardinal side of the field as Tello steps up, steps to his right, fires downfield. He's got a man one-on-one, and that's going to be incomplete. Good coverage, but still a catchable ball. Patman again on the coverage. He's been a ball hawk out there, knocking that one away. Looked like the intended target was Rowan Wells, once again, a guy that they've continued to go back to here tonight.
Well, I tell you, you are trying to pick on the best player for Del Valle and Coleman Patman. I thought once Cruz Tello broke
he might
may just take off and just get 15 and settle down with 1st down from about the 30. But look, you're feeling it now. Cruz Tello taking, I think, good chances Those are good chances.
Sure.
Because you're throwing the ball out, and now looks like there's another penalty.
Well, it's a 5-yard penalty and a first down, so that has to be defensive holding.
Correct. But usually defensive holding is 10 yards in college and 5 in the next level.
That is true. Well, here's Tello. It's a direct snap. Well, it's a design quarterback keeper, I should say. Obviously a direct snap to the quarterback. Pickup of 3.
Well, he's getting ridden down now by big defensive linemen. Okay, we can turn the running back over to 22 and 24 and be okay. You want to keep Cruz Tello fresh enough to be able to move around and pass as well as run with the football.
But now on second down and long, little option plays. Here's a pitch out and never had it cleanly. And the ball's still loose, and it looks like Bowie's able to fall on it. But that ball rolled forward.
And I'm going to tell you, the reason why you saw that poor execution is if you don't run option a lot, it doesn't matter if you're the quarterback or the receiver or of the ball being the running back. There's something special about that. We got our guy Matt here. He's from Oklahoma. Some of the best options, besides my guys from Nebraska, running that. I know Texas would try to come in and say that. But Oklahoma and Nebraska run that option like nobody else. And you got to know when you get that flip how to handle it. And a lot of times, if you don't practice it, the ball goes to the turf.
We do have a timeout on the play. We'll go ahead and take it with them. And just before we do, just want to say Owen Langdon was able to jump on that ball. So the Bulldogs will have possession on third down. And we will be right back. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Vype.
Quality, compassionate healthcare for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Back in, out of the timeout. It'll be third down and medium for Bowie here on this drive as they knock on the door of field goal range. The last play before the break was a fumble on an option play where the exchange was never quite, just never clean. Montebello never really had the ball, but Bowie was able to fall on it, and it ended up being a fortunate play for them. They ended up gaining 2 or 3 yards on it. So it brings up 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 7, and we are underway after that official timeout. The clock continues to wind. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Tello takes the snap, feels the pressure, dumps it off. This time Montebello has it. He cuts it upfield, runs a man over. He's still on his feet. He's down inside to the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. Some power running there, some frustrated running, making up for his mistake. That's Kason Montebello.
That was the definition of got trucked.
He was running mad.
Oh, my goodness. On the far side, 24 says, welcome, hello, I'm not happy. And what the ability was to keep the legs going, squaring your shoulders, using all that bench press, running over a defender, and continuing to pick up the first down there at the 15.
He put that kid on his back. He was standing straight up.
Yeah, he pancaked him while he was rushing.
4 seconds to go here on the play clock. Got to get this one off. As another high snap. Tello looks left, fires. He's got his man again, and a one-handed catch. Did he hold it in? He did! What a touchdown snag from Rowan Wells from 15 yards out, and the Bulldogs strike again. It's 25-0.
Okay, this was pretty. You talk about throwing to the far side of the field, getting air under the ball, and as mentioned, number 21, Rowan Wells, goes up with one mitt over the shoulder like he was playing left field.
Like Randy Moss.
He got mossed. That was a great catch and a great throw by Cruz Tello.
Not bad coverage. Pretty ball, pretty catch. And the extra point. just as pretty as the other two. It is good. It's 26-0. Zadiah Jabi continues to be perfect here today. We are under 2 minutes to go, and it's 26-0. The Bowie Bulldogs have the lead. We'll go ahead and take a break with them. We'll be back for this kickoff when the Bowie Bulldog defense going to take the field once again. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Vype.
To top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And we are back in here in the third quarter. Minute 53 to go in this third frame of action. The Bulldogs padding their lead on the pretty touchdown pass from Cruz Tello. Hitting his man who's had a real coming out party today, Rowan Wells. He's been targeted multiple times. He nearly had another touchdown earlier in the game that was waved off right before the half. It has been a nice game from him as this one's set on a line drive, collected there by Kevin Meeks, and he's going to take it up the field. And he'll be across the 25-yard line where he's brought down by a large group of Bowie Bulldog defenders. Coming up from the bottom of the pile there is Reagan Cooper. But Del Valle going to come back out onto the field and try this thing again.
Not a bad return. I like the fact that Meeks just found what he thought may be a crease, and he took it off. He wasn't dancing. And good coverage by the kickoff team, by Bowie.
The returners have done them a pretty good job tonight. Most of their returns have gotten across the 25 or the 30.
Right. Some substitutions on the defensive side.
There's now some trickiness, and this one is fumbled. It's a loose ball. We've got a scoop, and they're not going to be able to scoop and score it, but the ball's still flying loose on the ground. Looked like Bowie might have gotten ahead of itself trying to get the scoop and score. Wyatt Barnes had a shot at it.
You don't pick it up. You fall on it for a reason. You don't pick it up.
And it looked to me like he had an angle to scoop and score, but another Bowie defender came in trying to dive on it.
Because that's what defensive guys do.
Absolutely.
And if you want to just let him have the ball, but that's what happens. That's why you just fall on it, and it's a turnover position. Listen, a great defensive move. Goodness, let me see. 2nd and 30.
Yeah, all in all, the Birds able to recover this one, but not before it oozes back to the 5-yard line. So now 2nd down and 1,000 here for the Del Valle Cardinals.
You said 1,000. Okay.
I mean, in football, 2nd down and what?
33.
33. It's not much better.
You're right.
The ball's at the 5. They need the 38.
Are you sure that was? Yep. That was it right there. I'm not sure what was going on with the the white cap. I get confused.
Interesting. Did Bowie have it and then fumble it on that play?
I have no idea.
Because it says 1st down.
I know.
So that has to be what happened.
They
give Bowie the change of possession, so it's a fumble and then a fumble, and now Del Valle has it back. 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line, so now 2nd down and 9? Or 2nd down and 7 here from the 8. Well, this game has had just about everything at this point.
I'm just going to say exchange of possession. You were telling me how you would be over with the Tasso guys at their learning center for whatever they're doing, and I asked you if they took notes. I'm taking notes, dang it.
Under a minute to go here in the quarter now. Snap back to Ardoin. He has it. He fires down the middle, and the receivers got tripped up. Imagine.
I think he fell down, though.
Well, Del Valle absolutely can't believe it. They're looking for a pass interference flag, and I can't say they don't have a case, but if no flag flies there, you have to just think the receivers got their legs tangled up, and that happens, and that is not a penalty.
Well, I think Meeks was trying to hit that next gear, and I think the turf monster, along with good coverage from Noah Lear, who had the
interception.
Yep.
But now 52 seconds to go in the quarter. 3rd down and long.
So you give Noah Lear probably a little bit benefit of the doubt.
It's been good secondary play. Haven't really had a play made on him so far today. We're a minute away from the 4th quarter. But now on 3rd and long, you have to think it's a passing down. See if the secondary can hold up. Here's the snap. Ardoin rolling, firing, and complete. And that will be good for a 1st down. Throwing it up high, and Ricardo Fabian able to go up and grab it. And that'll move the sticks.
Good pitch and catch. Roll the pocket near side to give Ardoin more time to, 1, look downfield, and 2, find a receiver downfield. And a good ball thrown near side, and right at the 20-yard line, picks up a 1st.
And now Bowie's going to take a timeout with just a few seconds remaining here in the quarter. So timeout, 18 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and take it with them just before the break. And when we come back, we will have the conclusion of this 3rd quarter. You're listening to Bowie Football right here on Vype.
About sandwiches for a second, specifically the Schlotzsky's Original, the sandwich that since 1971 has been an American favorite. I'd like to talk about the original one-of-a-kind, made from scratch every morning, spongy, soft sourdough bun. I'd like to talk about the original's thick stack of select meats, hearty cheeses, crisp veggies, and signature sauce. Why do I want to talk about the original? Mostly because I'm hungry, and the Schlotzsky's Original is the most delicious sandwich I could think of.
Back in here at Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Del Valle, Texas. Your Bulldogs holding on to a 26-0 lead. Still pitching the shutout here in the waning moments of the 3rd quarter, but Del Valle has the ball after picking up the sticks. Ardoin looking, firing, and just a little overthrown, or maybe a little behind his receiver there, Kevin Meeks, on the post. It was a nice route, just couldn't quite make the completion. Now 2nd down with 11 seconds to go.
That ball has to be thrown earlier because Meeks did have a good break, and then Ardoin just loaded up and threw it as far as he could and overthrew Meeks. And you don't want Braylon Thomas, your center fielder, too far up in coverage.
Now on 2nd and 10, they'll put it on the ground in a big hole up the middle, and not quite able to shake it free. Only had one man to beat. Nice open field tackle there by Isaiah Mims, because it was a big gain for Joel Jordan here with 4 seconds to go in the quarter. That might do it. And as the clock winds, that will be the end of our 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up, put your fists up, however you want to do it. We are headed for our final 12 minutes of action. Right now, it's comfortable for Bowie, but gotta keep those feet on the gas here as the Del Valle Cardinals are starting to put together what looks like their first good drive of the game. We're going to go ahead and take a break before we get to this start of the 4th quarter. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. You're listening to Bowie Football on Vype Live.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Back in from Del Valle, Texas. Want to take a quick look around the scoreboard in today's district contest once we have a chance. But for now, 1st down and 10 for Del Valle. Man in motion, Ardoin throws it, trying to set up a little tunnel screen to Donovan Douglas. It just wasn't quite there. Bowie able to collapse in on it. But coming off a big gain from Joel Jordan to get this Del Valle team very close to the Bowie side of the field, which would be the first time that they made it across, barring a Bowie turnover or something like that. This is their first sustained drive of the game.
I'll tell you, also there's been a change up front for Bowie now for a minute. Sam Segura playing that middle nose position.
Now on 2nd and long, Ardoin looking, firing, and through the hands of Kevin Meeks. You might have heard some footsteps coming from a DB, a hard hitter, coming up to attack him there. That brings up 3rd and long, and now looking ahead to some of the games going on in district play. Lake Travis is taking a comfortable lead. They've pulled away from Buda Johnson. It's 45-10 there in the first quarter. Westlake up big, of course, against Aikens. It's 64-0. Austin and Anderson playing the closest game that we have in district play, with this one being 26-0. Anderson has the lead in the 4th quarter, 16-7. That's 9 unanswered points in the second half for Anderson. But here's Ardoin on 3rd down and 8. Rolling to his right, facing the pressure. Has a lane. He's going to try and take it and run, but he's going to step up out of bounds. Noah Lear was charging up at him, ready to lay the wood. And that'll bring up 4th down and 5 here from the 45-yard line. They need the, well, no, they're going to move it back to the 44. So it's 4th and 6. And this far back in their own territory, it looks like they're bringing on the punting unit.
You have to, but listen, you send out the second-team quarterback. Now, I don't know if they got to play where he passes the ball or not, but when there was a fake punt, the formation was with Joel Jordan not by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this a little bit longer, 4th and 6.
And it is back to the punter. A low snap. He'll kick it away. Low line drive, but this one takes a great Del Valle bounce down inside the 20, but that means Matthew Martinez will have an opportunity for just a short return before he steps out onto his own bench. Waiting for the spot here, but it's not quite the 30. Looks like we may have an injured Cardinal over there, but looks like he'll be able to make his way over off the field to get some medical attention on the bench.
Well, you got to hydrate. As much as youth runs the sporting world at times, you still have to supply that water. And it's you know, as we mentioned, it's still in the 90s, and then you got probably 100 degrees on the field because of the turf.
And I can confirm, as somebody who is in high school in the relative recent past, they're not drinking any water throughout the day. They're not proper. Maybe they'll go for a Gatorade. So at least you get the electrolytes and the salt with that, but they're not drinking enough water on a day-to-day basis.
And we look at and we see a personal foul.
It'll be on, well, with the way they're moving it back, it's on Bowie.
Right. It moves them. It moves the ball. So it's going to be 1st and 10, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 5th.
As opposed to the 30.
Okay. We trust you.
But it's still Teller there in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, as well it should be.
$11 minutes to go here in the ball game. Tello pitches it back. Who else but Rowan Wells, and he's got a big lane. He cuts it back. Had one man that he tried to make miss before taking it all the way downfield, but once again, it's Coleman Patman there on the tackle to save, if not points, a much bigger chunk of yards, and now that penalty is erased, and we are into the positive territory up to the 35-yard line.
Well, Rowan Wells impressive by his own right, but he's a sophomore. So, got good height. He's been running well. Heck of a catch in the end zone from 15 yards for a touchdown.
Chemistry with his quarterback. As here's Tello going to take it himself. Goes to the right side trying to get the edge, and not much doing there. It is a positive gain, but a nice tackle slinging him to the ground for Del Valle.
Stays in bound, which is good.
Tackle made by number 16. Don't have a 16 here on this roster. Now with 10:10 to go, the clock is stopped.
Now they say reset the play clock. There you go.
Reset and wind.
Bowie Vs del Valle.
Looking. Play clock hasn't started. And I'm counting 4, 5, 6, 7. So 11 people on either side.
Don't see any injured. Well,
there's no injury.
There might be. There was somebody down on the Bowie sideline, but it seems like they're far enough off the field.
Not sure what's going on here.
You see down here right around the 45-ish yard line, you've got, yeah, so they're helping somebody up. And I know we've seen him out there on the field, number 21, Jose Barrueta. But he wasn't on the field. He was on the green of the sideline. But now it looks like it's the only thing I can think of that it would be is the only injured player down, and now everybody's coming back out onto the field. So situation resolved, and football will continue to be played.
Matthew Martinez trying to get an extra additional stretch.
And now we get the wine sign, and the game is underway. Tello takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Shakes one defender free, but then everybody else collapses on him. It was a nice job by the Del Valle defense to get there. Looks like narrowly avoided another injury on that play. Robinson nearly got rolled up on, but instead that just brings up third down. The clock continues to wind. Owen Ball coming in off the bench. We'll send Delmark back to the sideline. Wells lined up there at the bottom of the screen. Owen Ball next to him in the slot. Tello looking, feels the pressure, steps up, throws downfield, and it's caught! It's Wells again! He cuts it back, and he's tackled down inside the 25-yard line. And my goodness, Rowan Wells, the sophomore, his excellent day continues. We do have a Bulldog injured in the backfield. Looks like one of the members of the offensive line. But it is another big positive gain. Another nice pitch and catch from Cruz Tello to Rowan Wells. Rowan Wells wasn't even on the original roster that I had for this game. Rowan Wells is on this newer roster. This man has earned his playing time. He's earned his roster spot, and he is playing a heck of a football game here tonight.
Interesting, Jack. You know, when we had the first game of the season, you know, the Whitecaps told us that they were going to take hydration breaks. They knew that it was hot. They knew this has been one of the hottest summers in Texas.
Second hottest summer ever.
And so, if it's me, I make my players drink more water. I'm surprised that the Whitecaps still haven't implemented the mandatory hydration. Look, these are high school student athletes, okay? We're not jumping to the pros. It's not basketball. It's not baseball, okay? It's not going to happen in football. Can't do it. What you can do, though, is take the hydration breaks and look after the safety of the players, because you've seen a lot of these guys now on the ground, and it's limping because you're having muscle cramps. Guys are a little slow on some of our intellect. It takes us into, Jack, so let me tell you, there's hope. There's hope. You got to get over 35, maybe 40 like Matt and I, and you start realizing, hey, that water thing isn't such a bad thing to do on your own. But it takes a while.
But now on a first down after the big completion, Tello looking left, firing, and just out of the reach of Owen Langdon.
Well, that's Matthew Martinez. And Matthew Martinez, I'm going to have to say, gave up a little bit on his route there a little bit, because if he's running full speed, that ball was thrown to the outside part of the field. He may have had an opportunity to play on that. But remember, we saw Matthew Martinez getting some assistance with some cramps earlier in this series.
So now on second down, they'll keep it on the ground in a big hole here. And a first down, that one going to Joe Delmark. It'll be first down and 10 now. Did he get to the 10-yard line? Will it be goal to go?
He spotted, I think, right at the 10. Joe Delmark looked like he was shot out of a cannon on that little left Side handoff between between tackle and tight end right there. And carry some players with him. I tell you who doesn't have cramps, and that's Rowan Wells. He comes off the field, nice little sprint, and Rowan Wells definitely showed up tonight.
Earning himself a fan favorite nod tonight, and this one, they will keep it on the ground. Now trying to bounce it to the outside, Delmark, and the flag flies in.
I think that's a face mask.
Yeah.
And you know what? In fact, the helmet came off.
And he is shaken up on the play.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we have those flags. So that's Joe Delmark down on the field. He had his helmet taken off during the play.
Well, he got ripped. It was ripped off by a face mask. That's why you saw that would be half the distance to the goal line.
And another first down. But for now, obviously of utmost concern is the health of the player here. There's a reason those flags are for so many yards. As it looks like Delmark able to come up off the field. Walking under his own power. He seems all right. That's a scary play. I mean, having your helmet ripped off.
Have been there.
Yeah, absolutely. So happy to see that he's okay. Get a fresh timeout here for Bowie, and now the ball is inside the 5-yard line at the 2.
Okay, let's see if there's a fresh set. A penalty too. There was a penalty on this play.
Yep. They signaled the face mask there at the 20-yard line.
Okay, first and goal
from the 2.
This should be smash mouth football. If you want to follow number 24 Cruz Tello, you've earned it.
Mathabella in there with him.
There you go.
Jaden Boudouin in at H-back, and Tello's going to take it himself, and he's going to waltz into the end zone for an easy 6. Cruz Tello gets it done for the first time on the ground today, and that is another Bowie Bulldogs touchdown. That puts the score to 32-0, extra point pending. Easy money when you get the ball right there on first and goal with this offensive line.
That was a good choice.
Tello calling his own number as the extra point is up, and it is good, staying perfect on special teams in that regard. 33-0 is your score. We're going to take a quick break before we have this next Del Valle possession. There's 7:54 to go in the ball game. 33-0. It's Bowie Bulldog football on Vype Live.
Armstrong Community Music School, we teach, explore, perform, and celebrate music by offering lessons and classes for all ages and skill levels. Explore, perform.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Back in out of the timeout. Sadaya Jabi here to kick it away for your Bowie Bulldogs. 8 minutes to go in the ball game as he sends it deep. Now back deep, and with a return will be number 3, Donovan Douglas, as he cuts it to the outside before he is stacked up and brought down. The ball's loose on the ground, but it looks like they're going to give him, they're going to say that he was down there. In on the play for Bowie, Jaden Boudouin looked like the man that finally brought him down, popped that ball up.
Eden Padilla had an opportunity, but they want to pick the ball up. Everybody wants to get the hero play. I get it, but you're going to have 2 recoveries of the football if you just go down and fall on it. I can't blame the young man, but he is upset with himself, and I understand.
Fortunately, there it looked like I think they just called him down before the ball even came out, but definitely there have been at least one where Bowie had an opportunity to get the ball inside their own 20 and just couldn't come up with it. But now, here's 1st and 10. We've got the backup quarterback in, and he's going to keep it on the ground. He's going to bounce it to the outside. some room out there, but not before he is collapsed on by several Bowie defenders. That's Leon Grotelushin.
And the clock is just going to wind. So you got 33-0, and we were talking about if there's going to be a running clock. Doesn't seem that there's any pushback now here in the fourth quarter with 7:23 to go.
Del Valle, plenty of substitutions here on the play. Just over 7 minutes to play here in the quarter by the time the ball is snapped. It'll be under it. Not a lot of sense of urgency here by Del Valle as the play clock is under 4. Grotelushin takes the snap. Play action, dumps it off, and met and brought down 53. Garrett Gauthier is in on the play there. Little dump off pass. Doesn't go for much. Now it's third down. Ball is at the 25-yard line.
Good swarming defense by Bowie. And as you mentioned,
they have been populating the football, as they say tonight. A lot of bodies, a lot of helmets flying to the ball when they're trying to bring somebody down. That's exactly what you want to see out of your defense.
Seth Davis coming in playing corner.
Now on 3rd and long, I couldn't even tell if they gave it to the quarterback or the running back. They threw them both down in the backfield for a loss either way. It looked like it went to the running back to me.
No, the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I couldn't even tell where the ball went. They got him either way. That's a good fake. Maybe there's a glare on that part of the field. I can't tell exactly what it is, but more importantly, Bowie was not fooled.
You know, I'm good with that shell game thing on the Jumbotron too. I can follow that as well. Worthless talents here in the press box.
We got lots of them, and on 4th and long, punt team on, and getting that one away. That's a pretty solid kick, and fair caught right there at the 50-yard line by Matthew Martinez. Aiden Velasquez, the DB, on with punting duties once again, and we are over halfway done with this third or fourth quarter as we are headed towards the end of this ball game. Looking ahead to some of these other scores, looks like most of these games are all but wrapped up. Austin able to come back and make a game of it after it was 16-7. New quarterback in for your Bowie Bulldogs. It's Ryder Willie, the junior QB. But Anderson getting a victory 17-14 there. All the other games, blowouts. Westlake and Lake Travis getting the win. Del Valle currently down 33-0. So Bowie looking in good position to pick up the victory, as here's a handoff off to the left side. A nice pickup by Jaden Boudouin here on 1st and 10 for about 4 or 5 yards. The clock continues to wind. We've got 5 minutes to go in the contest.
Good run on 1st down. And Jaden Boudouin had some playing time last season, so well adjusted here for Friday night.
This time they'll keep it on the ground of the quarterback, and he was stumbling right out of his break. Ryder Willie goes down right to the line of scrimmage here, maybe a loss of 1 or so, but seems like all night on 1st down, and now of course that the second team is in, things change a little bit, but with the first team it seemed like they were running the ball, 4, 5, 6 yards on 1st down pretty much at will all game, and that's exactly, they rode that to the tune of this 33-0 score right now.
Well, that helps. That's a huge help on 1st down.
A team that doesn't really want to air it out all that often, and when the defense doesn't make them, that's a perfect recipe for Bowie here tonight. Here's Willie looking, firing, and put it right in his hands, but just a little overthrown, not able to bring that ball in, is number 18, Miles Strickland, the senior wideout.
Well, that was a good attempt. That was the right guy to throw the ball to, and I think now the punting unit's going to come on, unfortunately, but a good few plays there. Backup's got to get some reps, and smart to do that. I like the choice. The most important part of the catch, and you'll hear me say this at every broadcast, is the end. You have to then secure it all the way to the ground and back up to the officials.
The snap skips on the ground, but able to get the ball off and get it away, and he was hammered on that play. There's a very good chance this ball goes back to Bowie on that.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is running into the kicker or the big one that would create a first down.
It was Jacob Polito. Is roughing when you run into the plant leg? Is that the rule, or is that one of those discretionary calls? They clobbered him.
They're all discretionary.
and that's one of those where I really do feel for the rushing, for the punt rush, because it was a low snap. The ball skipped on the ground, and he was still able to get it away.
It's a personal foul.
And it's a personal foul, so the ball goes back to Bowie. But just that's really tough. That's really tough if you're a punt block person. That's one of those rules in football that I have a hard time with. But he got clobbered.
It's a safety. It's a safety.
Absolutely.
I'm like, Jack. The guy got knocked to the ground on his back.
But if you're, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to block a punt, of course.
If you get the ball,
then you can hit him.
Then you got him blasted. But they didn't hit the ball.
No, they did not.
Punters are people too.
So they tell me.
Okay.
I hear that the kicker and the punter are on the team too.
Wow.
Now, I love me some special teams. Ooh, a stiff arm there over on the right side. Number 27, Jaden Boudouin, into the game at running back. His second possession. Well, really the same possession after the roughing the punter, but
correct.
Special teams guys make the sport go around.
And right now, you want a nice control drive. You don't need any more points if you're Bowie. What you need is a clock to get to 3 zeros in the red numbers.
And we've got 3.5 minutes, so not a lot of time left, but here on second and long, Bowie not letting that play clock run. They're getting to the line, and they are snapping it. And another nice pickup by Boudouin. He'll be inside the 25. He might have the sticks, and he does. So this will be 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Bowie Bulldogs.
Boudouin, like I said, he got some quality snaps and carried the ball, toted the rock well last season, and now you can use him as a closer. The senior rusher, number 27. Well, off tackle to the left, but broke about 3 or 4, carried about 3, and got a first down for Bowie. And the clock's still ticking, brother.
Wouldn't be here without Jacob Polito, who wore that nasty hit to get the roughing the punter call. He's had one block today. He was roughed. He's seen it all back there, and now a quarterback keeper. And staying on his feet after being hit initially, so good balance there. Nice play from the quarterback, even though he was stacked up right behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like Stephen Flores, the first guy to get in there for Del Valle.
Ryder Willie trying to get him some positive yards. If he'd have broke that one coming near side to us, one more gap near side to us, he may have had a little more prosperity.
Now Willie, a designed run to the right, trying to find an angle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Maybe a loss of half a yard.
Well, it takes a long time to develop coming near side. And you've got a quarterback trying to follow blockers, but a good pursuit inside out by Del Valle. And they're kind of figuring it out now. And they're not going to allow Ryder Willie to get to that corner and turn the corner. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Abels decides to go for it on 4th down or to bring out the field goal unit.
See, yeah, I feel like that's a clock move just to try and, keep the game, get the game ended faster, and a nice pickup there. But the sticks once again showing 4th down on the last play, but I think that was 3rd down. But the clock continues to wind. We are down under a minute and a half now.
Field goal.
Hey, good reps. Why not?
Yeah, you're right. You need practice and in game situations.
Ball spotted here.
You can call a timeout. Even you could run this down under a minute, still call a timeout, which they probably will do because clearly somebody fell asleep. So let the clock run down. You don't have to rush. You can call a timeout, and that's what's going to happen. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
And the fake attempt was blocked. So,
there wasn't a fake. They didn't realize that.
Yes. They continued to run the play despite the whistles.
Right.
And no blockers in the middle means a blocked kick. So we will be back out onto the field here in just a moment to see this kick attempt here with 50.3 seconds to go. Well, where are we? The ball is at the 17-yard line. That makes it a 34-yard field goal.
or an NFL extra point plus 1.
Yes. That year they changed it, and all the kickers started missing extra points. It's like, well, you don't miss that many 25-yard field goals,
You know,
do you?
I'm not sure about, they've moved it back. I didn't have an issue with them making the extra points. I mean, you scored a touchdown.
It's called an extra point.
Right.
It's superfluous in the name.
You don't move it back to the 35 and give them 4, right? Yeah, well, no one asked us, Jack.
It's like how in fantasy football, if your kicker makes a 50-yard field goal, you
I do give.
points.
In our league, absolutely, no question. You get the bonus. I'm for bonuses.
I'm with you. I love PPR, but now out onto the field, Sidaya Jabi on for his second field goal attempt. He stuck the first one in the first half to make it a 3-0 game, and then safety ensued to make it 5-0.
This is clearly within his range. The question is, kicking from right to left, does he have a nice little draw with the gap wedge?
This is why is a perfect situation to be in. That's why you run those plays. You get down here, you have a chance for your kicker to. I mean, you don't get a lot of opportunities to have a meaningless field goal attempt in a real live game.
I'm not sure what we're waiting on.
And I've seen a lot of high school football games decided by a field goal, so
here we go.
Want to get your guy reps, you want to get your guy opportunities, and he has made the most of them. Let's see how he does from the right hash.
Doesn't look like they're 7 yards back.
59 seconds to go. The kick is up. Kind of a knuckler, but it is no good. A missed wide to the left. And that was the fear when you're kicking from that right hash mark. He's going to try and pull it a little bit, but that's exactly why you put him out there, to try it. Next time he's seen it, he's seen the right hash, he's seen what it...
Jack, it didn't look like he was 7 yards back.
It didn't. It did not.
It looked like he was about 5 yards back.
But able to get the kick off.
Yeah.
Not blocked. But now with 54 seconds, we'll see what Del Valle does with their remaining time.
Ball at the 20.
Obviously, timeout's not much of a factor at this point, but Del Valle has a few if they want to burn them. If they want to try and put some points on the board. As no, they're just going to run the ball and all over that one. Chris Mendoza in there to make that tackle, and we will have... The clock will necessitate that we run one more play. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and get out of here and then bring you back in for some post-game conversation, looking ahead to next week. And here's the snap, which will likely be our last play of the game. It is a carry by A.J. Davis, and he will be brought down behind the line to gain. So, and now we're stopping the clock. Oh, player lost his helmet.
He's got to come out of the game. They're not even going to respect that rule. As you mentioned, the ball carrier, A.J. Davis, just sets up, and maybe there's a penalty.
Maybe it was the face mask or something that knocked his helmet off.
There you go.
Either way, we'll extend this game by
14 seconds.
45 seconds to a minute of real-life time, 12 seconds of game time.
Here we go.
Here's the snap. He looks to his right. He's got his man. And actually a very solid pickup. He's breaking free. He's up over across the 45-yard line, and that will do it for the game. Correct? We are not waiting. Nope, we are not waiting on anything else. That will do it for us here. Your final score, Bowie Bulldogs 33, Del Valle nothing. Bowie able to pitch the shutout, and what a wonderful job by this Bulldog defense to pick up this win, 33-0. 1-0 where it counts for Bowie, but 1-2 on the season as they pick up their first win as Cruz Tello pilots his way to this district victory, and a nice game from the junior QB. Go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back to wrap things up. We'll let you know what we have going on in next week's game. We'll have that in the post-game show. You're listening to Bowie Football on Vype.
Campus, Looking for the best brunch, lunch, dinner, or happy hour spot? Look no further than your neighborhood Waterloo Ice House. With 4 locations across Austin, we've been serving up cold drinks and made-from-scratch food for locals, newcomers, and families alike since 1976. Get a taste of original Austin with great food and good vibes. With our patios, playscapes, big screens, daily specials, breakfast all day, and more, we've got something for everyone. See locations, menus, and more at WaterlooIcehouse.com. Waterloo Ice House, where neighbors become friends.
Womack Real Estate is a full-service real estate brokerage located in the heart of Southwest Austin. We're here to serve the Austin area community. We help buyers, sellers, and investors with all their real estate needs. We're a diverse and dynamic company of professional and experienced real estate agents that bring hospitality to the real estate process to make it a smooth, enjoyable experience. We work with each client individually, taking the time to understand their unique lifestyles, needs, and wishes. We'll be a committed ally to negotiate on your behalf and with the backing of a trusted company. Get in touch with us today. Find us at WomacRealEstate.com.
Looking for the best brunch, lunch, dinner, or happy hour spot? Look no further than your neighborhood Waterloo Ice House. With 4 locations across Austin, we've been serving up cold drinks and made-from-scratch food for locals, newcomers, and families alike since 1976. Get a taste of original Austin with great food and good vibes. With our patios, playscapes, big screens, daily specials, breakfast all day, and more, we've got something for everyone. See locations, menus, and more at WaterlooIcehouse.com. Waterloo Ice House, where neighbors become friends.
Back in here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Del Valle, Texas for this postgame show. An emphatic victory for your Bowie Bulldogs to improve to 1-0 in district play. They take out the Del Valle Cardinals once again, as a team your Bulldogs are accustomed to beating. It was a very nice win in all phases of the ball. Saw some good stuff from the special teams units, from your offense, especially from your defense. Just a couple things we wanted to get into before the game. Just some excellent play from this offense, and we want to take you back to a touchdown play that happened in this game. And one of the big breakout stars of tonight's contest was Rowan Wells. Over in the corner of this end zone, right over here.
The north end zone. Left side of the end zone in the far corner.
I forget we're not on camera. It's
all right, man. I got you.
But yeah, here in the north end zone, in that northwest corner, a lob pass from Diego Tello into the arm, not the arms, the waiting arm of Rowan Wells, able to bring in a one-handed touchdown grab. And he is your recipient of the play of the game, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. That wonderful catch over there in the corner of the end zone by Rowan Wells is your Chick-fil-A play of the game.
I got the app, and I also want to say I got a little insight. Rowan Wells is a soccer player that just decided to play football this season.
Wow. Well, tonight he was a huge difference maker for this Bowie team.
I'm loving him.
I mean, a sophomore making plays like that. He's a wide receiver wearing number 21.
Well, interestingly, you say that. Number 21 showed me how to catch a football, and that is, unfortunately, rest in peace, Cliff Branch of the Raiders, yes, in El Paso, Texas, would come and show me how to catch a football. So I'm all for 21s, and right there, Rowan Wells, just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore, and it was really hard to keep him out of this spot with how he played, but with 3 touchdowns through the air, with a touchdown on the ground,
yes,
it's hard to say anybody is your player of the game except for Cruz Tello. He was he quarterbacked this team,
yes,
literally.
Yes.
I mean, just incredible. From what we saw, his struggles between the first 2 weeks, we saw some flashes, but we also saw some issues that he had where you were having to make up for the shortcomings of a young and inexperienced quarterback. Today we saw some of that rust in the first quarter, but by the second quarter he was more willing to throw the ball downfield to make riskier plays. He started moving the ball with his legs a lot